Hi everyone, my name is Eida Milanes. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite artistic places in the world, the Sistine Chapel. Even though I haven't been able to visit it yet, going there is one of my dreams. Every time I learn something new about it, I feel more and more in love with it. The Sistine Chapel is located inside Vatican City. It was built in the late 1400s, and a few decades later, it became something incredible. A place where the most talented artists of the Renaissance all left their mark. The walls were painted by famous artists like Botticelli and Perugino, and then, years later, Michelangelo was asked to paint the ceilings. What's fascinating is that Michelangelo wasn't even a painter. He was mainly a sculptor. But the Pope insisted and insisted, and he spent 4 years working on this enormous project. The ceilings tell stories from the book of Genesis, the creation of the world, the creation of Adam, prophets, and many symbolic figures. I won't spoil the food narrative because the beauty of the Sistine Chapel is something you should experience visually. I love the Sistine Chapel because it feels like a miracle created with passion and discipline. Michelangelo painted for years on scaffolding, working in difficult conditions, and still created something breathtaking. And for me, this place is personal. Visiting the Sistine Chapel is one of my dreams. I haven't been able to go yet, but every time I see photos, documentaries, or read about it, I feel connected to it. One day I hope to be there in person. The chapel reminds me that human creativity has no limits and that art can survive centuries. Art historians call the Sistine Chapel a turning point in Western art. They talk about Michelangelo's genius, his understanding of human anatomy, emotion, and movement. Visitors describe the experience as overwhelming. Some say they cry when they walk in because of the beauty, the color, and the scale are unlikely anything else. And even people who are not religious appreciate the art for what it is, a masterpiece that shaped the history of culture. The Sistine Chapel brings people together. When you visit, they say, you see people from every country, culture, and age group, all sharing the same feeling of admiration. There is also a big online community. Artists, students, and history lovers who study Michelangelo's techniques, share restorations, and keep the appreciation for the chapel alive. It's a global conversation across many generations. The Sistine Chapel promotes creativity, effort, spirituality, and respect for artistic heritage. Its fans value imagination, patience, beauty, and history. They usually reject disrespect towards sacred spaces and the idea that art is disposable. It teaches that some things in life, like creativity, are worth protecting. This is one of the most recognizable images in the world, and it represents connection and creativity. I choose it because it captures the entire feeling of the Sistine Chapel. To me, the Sistine Chapel is not just art, it's inspiration. It's proof of what human being can create and with passion and admiration. And I truly hope that one day I will be able to visit it in person. Thank you so much for listening.